What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another review. No Way Home. And this movie was amazing. I'm just going to start off with that. This was able to do something that I only dreamt as a child. Heck, I dreamt of it 10 years ago. Heck, 5 years ago. You dream of this stuff, and they were able to do that. This was almost perfection. There were some things here and there, but overall, they celebrated Spider-Man. That's how I looked at it. I mean, I went to the theater. Okay, I was expecting a great movie. Honestly, the way the trailers were, I really was expecting a great movie. I got that and much more than that. And I got an audience that I haven't seen an audience like that in a long time. I mean, you can compare maybe Endgame, the first Avengers movie, those two movies, the way people were screaming, clapping, crying. I was crying. I have no shame in saying that. There are moments where even though the moment is happy, everything on the screen is just pure joy, you're tearing up. Tears are falling down because you're so happy that the stuff that you always dreamt of, it's in there. We all have seen memes on the internet, some really good Spider-Man memes. Don't worry, we're not spoiling anything here. They listened to it. I was amazed on how much this movie served the fans. I mean, there's not just fan service. There are callbacks to other Spider-Man movies that have happened before, but not just that. It's really servicing the fans. You want things to happen in a movie like this, and they did that. They did that stuff. It's, again, stuff that we only dream of, or we might have read a meme somewhere and we're like, oh, this would be cool if this would happen in a Spider-Man movie. They went ahead and did that. There are times where nothing is happening. There's no music, no nothing. Characters are just talking. And you do not want that scene to end. Because the way everything is put together, the dialogue, the acting, the actors are so immersed in the roles that you just don't want it to end. You just don't want that conversation to end because it's just the joy to just hear them talk. So, as you know, this is a multiverse movie. But that's where we're going to stop. If you have seen the trailers, there's no spoilers out of it's a multiverse. It is. We do see Dr. Octavius or Dr. Octopus. You have Green Goblin coming back. You have Lizard coming back, right? We've seen that in the trailers. But it's more than that. It's not just them coming back, but it's like they took those characters and cared for them, and they actually had a conversation of what made them bad. And there are scenes actually for that. And again, the way the movie callbacks to the other movies, it's also done in a way that it's very smart and actually progresses the story in this movie, but it also, goes back to other movies and something we've seen before, but it found a smart way of doing it right and doing it in a unique way that it actually feels part of this story that we're watching right now. Special effects were roaring. I mean, there was barely any moment that I thought, oh, that is a CGI moment. And usually in a Marvel movie, you really notice there's always that one moment that you're like, oh yeah, that was too CGI. There were moments also where the CGI was so good and the stuff happening on the screen was so good that I actually almost jumped off my chair or seat or whatever you want to call it. That's how excited I was. I could not sit still. And it also helped because everyone in the theater, people behind me, in front of me, there was a guy in the back that was like literally screaming his lungs out. And for the first time ever, I was not annoyed because everybody was doing that. Not as loud as him, but everybody was doing that. People were just expecting so much from this movie, and they delivered it in a way that also gave you a cohesive story. It is very sad at times. It is also joyful. It's full of life. Like, it's a colorful movie if you want to say it like that. But it also knows that when the moment needs to be quiet, or there's a sad moment, or is there a downer moment going on, it gives you a visual, it gives you the time to really sink that all in and take that emotion in. There's no unnecessary jokes. Yeah, jokes are going around, and sometimes some of them hit or not, but again, that's Spider-Man for you. So it works in that sense. For me, this was a celebration of 20 years of Spider-Man. On the way back, I'm a 30 plus year guy, and I was crying my ass off. Just remembering that we've got to this point 20 years ago when I watched the first Spider-Man movie in the theater. I was just amazed on how everything was. And now we're here experiencing a multiverse where old villains are back and we're experiencing them in a new way, in a new story. It just brings out that closure in a way that even I think the other movies did not do it, in that way that this movie did. Again, some characters I do think should have been used more. So that is the one nitpick I really do have about this movie, is that if there is a director's cut out there, I do wish they'd go ahead and do it. Not that because this movie is bad so they need a director's cut, but I honestly think some scenes will definitely add that much more to the movie if they allow certain characters more time on the screen. So some characters not utilized in the way I thought they would be, or they were not given as much time as you would think um, they would get. But other than that, this was spectacular. This was an amazing 9.5 out of 10. Go watch this movie. Heck, even if you don't enjoy superhero movies, if you want just a fun movie to watch or something with a good story, good characters, this will give it to you. And trust me, there are some really emotional roller coasters in there. So yeah, take a tissue. So that's kind of my take on this one. Let me know if you do want a spoiler review for this movie. I would love to do that if you guys would suggest that. But yeah, other than that, leave a comment below. Let me know what your excitements are about this movie. What are you looking forward to this one? And if you have watched it, let me know if you did like it. Don't spoil anything in these comments underneath. Please, not in this one, so that people can really enjoy the movie, not get spoiled. But other than that, that'll be it for me. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. If you like these kind of casual reviews, there are a whole lot others on the channel. Please go have a watch. Yeah, take it easy, take care, and I will catch you all soon. Until then, ta-ta, a cow.